Hello, my friend, and welcome back to Emerge, your 30-day yoga journey brought to you by Mama Magma Yoga. My name is Tamu, and today we are on day 24, and we are exploring being open. So we want an open and receptive being and heart in order to receive all of the magic, all of the possibilities, all of the lessons that the universe is sending our way. So cultivate that while we're moving through this flow today. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest, and we're going to jump right in. So coming down to the ground, find a comfortable seat of your choice. Sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the sternum. See if you can ground down through the back body. Right away, we're going to open the arms nice and wide, opening that chest. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to cross the right arm over the left, reach the fingertips back towards the shoulder blades, and exhale, chin to chest, bow forward. Give yourself a great big hug. Inhale, open the arms nice and wide. Really reach, reach, reach. Exhale, left arm on top. Give yourself a great big hug. Reach back towards the shoulder blades, chin to chest, round forward. Inhale, open it back up. See if you can reach those fingertips back even further this time. Exhale, right arm on top once again. Give yourself a great big hug and round it forward. Inhale to rise back up. Open up. See if you can reach back even further, opening that chest. Exhale, left arm on top. Last one. Give yourself a great big hug. Bow forward, chin to chest. Inhale, rise back up. We'll bring the fingertips to the mat beside us. Plant the left palm, and on an inhale, reach the right fingertips up. And exhale, journey into your side bend. Reach those right fingertips towards the left side of the mat. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, float the right fingertips down. Plant that right palm this time. Inhale, lift the left fingertips up. And exhale, journey into your side bend. Seeing if you can keep that left thigh nice and heavy. Inhale, come back up. Float the fingertips down. Now keep the right leg where it is in Sukhasana. Float the left foot around behind you, coming into a deer pose. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Right shin is pretty much parallel with the long edge of your mat. Left toes are around behind you. Left thigh has an internal rotation. Bring the palms behind you. Lean back as far as feels comfortable until you feel that beautiful stretch in the psoas and that internal rotation of the left thigh. Lift the chest, play around here. Take some nice deep breaths. Continue to tune into the sound of your own breath arriving here on the mat. Let's take one more deep breath in. And on an exhale, we're going to come forward, leaning over the right shin. And maybe we just come up to the fingertips here. That's beautiful. Maybe you come down to the elbows. Maybe you come all the way down to your forehead. Feeling that nice, juicy external rotation of the right hip. Beginning to stretch it out in that right thigh. Then on your next inhale, we'll rise back up and we'll switch. Bring the left leg in so that the left shin becomes parallel with the long edge of the mat. We float the right toes around behind us. Find our deer pose on this side. Sit up nice and tall. Then we'll bring the palms behind us. Lean back and just allow for a juicy stretch in the right psoas. Internal rotation of that hip. Maybe sway side to side. Find where your body enjoys the stretch. Maybe you lean back a little bit more. Let's take a deep breath in together. And on an exhale, we're going to bring it forward, leaning over the left shin this time, bowing forward. Maybe you only come to the palms. Maybe you come down to the elbows. Maybe you come all the way down to the forehead. Take a couple breaths here. Then we'll slowly rise back up. And we're taking it forward to a downward facing dog. So make your way to down dog. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Lift the sits bones up towards the heavens. Begin to pedal it out. Find length through the backs of the legs, length through the side body. Continue to breathe nice and deep. Working it out here for a moment. Get that neck nice and loose. Melt the heart towards the thighs. Plant the left heel. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Right leg lifts. Then we bend that right knee. We bring it all the way up and through, knee to nose, upper body's in plank. Lower the left knee to the mat. Step the right toes up between the palms. Find your low lunge here. Stacking front knee over front ankle. Heart lifts, crown reaches. Then on your next inhale, we're reaching the fingertips forward, up and back, rising up into a crescent lunge. Exhale, relax the shoulders. On your next inhale, you're going to reach back with the right fingertips, forward with the left fingertips, finding yourself in a revolved crescent lunge. You can stay here, or you can reach those right fingertips down to the back of the left thigh, reach the left fingertips up and back, finding a bit of a back bend here, really opening through the chest, lifting the sternum. Inhale in. Exhale, come back to the revolved crescent lunge. Then on your next inhale, we're going to reach those fingertips down to come up, rising back up into our crescent lunge. And exhale, float the fingertips down to the mat. Plant the left palm, curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, reach the right fingertips up towards the heavens. Pull back with that right shoulder, stacking one shoulder over the other. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Pivot on the back foot, bringing the heel to the mat, straighten through the right leg. Find your pyramid pose, just stretching it out through the back of the right leg here. Maybe you need to be up higher. Listen to your body. Then we're going to begin to walk the fingertips towards the long edge of the mat. Dial the right toes in, dial the left heel in, and adjust yourself so that you're in a juicy forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Maybe you stay up on the fingertips, and maybe you work to bring the peace fingers to grab onto the big toes and pull, finding some resistance here to really enjoy this juicy forward fold stretch. So be where you're at, whether it's up on the fingertips or on the palms. These are all just suggestions. Find your wide-legged forward fold wherever it's at today. Then we'll bring the fingertips back underneath the nose. Find a flat back position. Then we'll bring those fingertips to the waistline and slowly rise on up to a wide-legged stance. Walk the heels in. Adjust your stance as needed. Stand up nice and tall. Inhale in. Exhale, begin to lower the sits bones down, coming down into a goddess pose. This time we're going to open the arms wide, cactus arms beside us, palms facing forward. And we're going to take a lion's breath. So your hips are sinking down nice and low, arms are open nice and wide. We're going to inhale in and then exhale with our tongue out and look up towards our third eye. Ready? Inhale in. Exhale, lion's breath. Let's try that one more time. Inhale in. Exhale, lion's breath. Beautiful. On your next inhale, straighten through the legs. Reach up towards the heavens. Find your star pose. Really reach. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Exhale, hands come back down to the waistline. Turn the left toes in, right toes out. Lift up onto the left toes, bend through the right knee. Find yourself in a high lunge. Inhale to reach the fingertips up. Exhale, float the palms together at the heart. We'll take a twist here. So we're taking the outside of the left arm to the outside of the right knee or thigh. We're pressing into that right knee or thigh so that we can journey into our twist, reaching the sternum towards the thumbs. We inhale in here. And exhale, float the fingertips back down to the mat. Frame the foot. Step the left toes back. Find your downward facing dog. Deep breath in here. Long breath out. Plant the left heel. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, upper body's in plank. Push up out of the earth, spread those fingertips nice and wide. Lower the right knee, step the left foot up between the palms. Find your low lunge. Stacking front knee over front ankle, shining that heart forward, lifting from the crown. On your next inhale, reach the fingertips forward, up and back, rising up into a crescent lunge. Exhale, relax the shoulders, press into both feet evenly. On your next inhale, you're reaching back with the left fingertips, forward with the right fingertips. Really reach, reach, reach. Hug that left knee into the midline. You can stay here, or you can reach those right or left fingertips towards the right thigh. Reach the right fingertips up and back, finding a bit of a back bend here. Breathing nice and deep. Your next inhale, we'll come back to the revolved crescent lunge. Exhale, relax those shoulders. On your next inhale, we'll reach the fingertips all the way back up, finding our crescent lunge. And exhale, we'll float the fingertips down. Right palm comes to the mat. We curl the back toes under, lift the back knee. Inhale, reach the left fingertips up towards the heavens. Pull back with that left shoulder. Inhale in. Exhale, float the fingertips down. Pivot on the back foot. Straighten through the left leg. Find a pyramid pose. Peel back with that left hip crease. Feel that juicy stretch in the back of the left leg. Then we'll begin to walk the fingertips around to the right, coming to the long edge of the mat on this side. Dial the left toes in. Dial the right toes out a little bit and find your wide-legged forward fold. So feet are parallel to the short edges of the mat. Maybe you stay up on the fingertips. Maybe you allow the crown to bow forward. And maybe you bring your peace fingers to your toes and find a little bit of traction here. Pulling it in, finding this juicy stretch on this side. On your next inhale, we'll release the toes if we took that bind. Bring the palms back underneath the nose, reaching the crown forward. Find our flat back position. Then we'll reach the fingertips to the hips and slowly rise on up to our wide-legged stance on this side. Dial the heels in. Find that wide-legged stance. Some buoyancy in the knees. Inhale in here. Exhale, we begin to lower the sits bones, coming down into our goddess pose on this side. Then we'll bring the arms wide, cactus arms, palms face forward. We'll take our lion's breath once again. So we're going to inhale in and then exhale, tongue out and look up towards the third eye. Ready? Inhale in. Exhale, lion's breath. Let it go. Inhale in. Exhale, lion's breath. Beautiful. On your next inhale, straighten through the legs. Reach up towards the ceiling with your palms. Really reach, reach, reach. Find your star pose, open and receptive. Exhale, palms come to the waistline. Dial the right toes in, left toes forward. Bend through this left knee. Come onto the toes of the right foot. Find yourself in a high lunge. Inhale to reach the fingertips up towards the heavens. Exhale, palms come together at the heart. Beautiful. We'll take our twist on this side. So we're going to take the outside of the right arm to the outside of the left knee or thigh. Press into that left knee or thigh, reaching the sternum towards the thumbs. Breathing deep. Inhale in here. Exhale, dial it back down. Frame the left foot. Step the left toes back. Find your downward facing dog. Deep breath in here. And a long breath out. Lower the knees to the mat. I'm going to turn to face you so that you can see what's going on here. We're coming into a tabletop position, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hip points. Crown is reaching, neck is nice and long. Let's reach that right foot out long beside us. Right foot comes down to the mat and is parallel with the short edge of the mat if you've turned like I have. So you want those toes dialed in a little bit. Then we're reaching the fingertips out in front of us and allowing the sits bones to rock back behind us. So we're finding a big juicy stretch here in the inner right thigh, allowing the forehead to come down towards the mat. Take a deep breath in here. A long breath out, melt down towards the earth. Then we'll rise back up, bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders. Then we'll walk the palms towards the left side of the mat, bringing the left wrist under the left shoulder and opening up into a side plank variation. Right fingertips reach up towards the heavens. You can stay here. This is beautiful. Already working hard here. Or you can lift the right leg and stay here. Or you can bend that right knee, reach the right hand behind, grab onto that right ankle, and push into the hand, opening the chest. Reach, reach, reach. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll slowly bring that knee back to the mat and make our way back to our all fours position. Cat-cow in between. So bring those knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders, drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, round it through. Nice, let it go. Come back to a neutral spine. Send the left toes out beside you, bringing the left foot flush to the mat. So the left toes are turned in a little bit. We're already feeling a juicy stretch on the inner left thigh here. We'll reach the fingertips out in front of us and then allow the hips to drop back. You're pulling back with the palms towards your knee and you're finding a little bit of traction here, allowing the hips to drop towards that right heel. On your next inhale, we'll rise back up. Finding wrists underneath the shoulders. Then we'll walk the palms towards the right edge of the mat, bringing the right wrist underneath the right shoulder. So we're finding a half side plank here, reaching the left fingertips up towards the heavens. Let your foot readjust how it needs to. We're stacking one shoulder over the other. You can stay here, or you can lift the left leg. You can stay here, or you can bend that left knee, reach around behind you, grab onto that left foot, and push into the hand. Try to keep the foot level with the hip. Nice and deep. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll gently bring that left knee back down to the mat. Find our tabletop position. I'm going to turn so that I'm back oriented properly on my mat here. We'll curl the toes under, press the sits bones up, find our downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. And a long exhale out. One more deep breath in. And on an exhale, lower the knees to the mat. Then shift to your sit bones and come all the way down onto your back. So make your way down to your Shavasana. Sending the legs out long, reaching the fingertips out past the crown. Find that full body stretch. And on an exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a great big hug here. Rock side to side. Really feel that back body grounding down towards the earth rising up to meet you. Then we can open the knees as wide as the shoulders. Maybe we stay here, or maybe we reach between the knees and grab onto the outside of the feet, sending the feet up towards the ceiling and finding our happy baby. You can stay here, rocking back and forth, or finding exquisite stillness. Close the eyes. Begin to allow the heart to calm. When you've had enough, we'll bring the soles of the feet down to the mat. Cross the right thigh over the left thigh. Hug the knees up into the chest. Grab onto the outside of the feet, finding a reclined shoelace. So you're pulling the feet towards you and you're finding a bit of resistance. So the feet are kicking back against the fingers, against the palms. Strengthening in the knees, stretching through the glutes. Take one more deep breath in here. And on an exhale, we'll let the left foot come back down to the mat. Keep the legs crossed. Reach the fingertips out beside you. Bump the hips to the right and allow the knees to fall to the left. See if you can keep that right shoulder grounded. Maybe now you close your eyes and allow yourself to start to decompress. Listening to the sound of your breath. Inhale, come back through center. Unravel the legs. Maybe readjust yourself on your mat. Recenter. Then we'll cross the left thigh over the right thigh this time. Hug the knees up and towards the chest and grab onto the outside of the feet. Finding our reclined shoelace on this side, pulling the feet towards you, and then pushing against the hands with the feet. One more deep breath in here. And on an exhale, we'll allow the right foot to come down to the mat. Reach the arms out beside you once again. Bump the hips to the left this time and allow the knees to fall to the right. On your next inhale, float the knees back up through center, unravel the legs, make your way to Shavasana. Palms face up beside you, legs open nice and wide. Take a deep breath in, and exhale, side out. Allow the back of the heart space to really melt into the mat. Feel that opening through the chest. The shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. Relax through the hips. Relax through the knees, the inner thighs. Relax through the ankles. Relax through the shoulders and the elbows and the wrists. I invite you to stay here for as long as time allows, maybe putting on some meditation music, maybe covering up with a blanket. Spending some time on your mat to really feel the nutrients of your practice settling into your body. If you need to giddy up and go, then let's bring the palms together at the heart. Take a deep breath in. And on an exhale, we'll bring the thumbs to the third eye. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in awe of the light in you. I'll see you tomorrow, my friend. Namaste.